Good evening, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternatives Homesteading. This is just a quick evidentiary video. These are my cat's blankets. This blanket actually I purchased here in Kentucky, and so did I purchase this. Actually, all of the ones that I have right here, except for the one underneath there, I purchased here in Kentucky. And this is what the criminals did to it. I'm going to show you. No, the cats did not do this. My cats are not destructive. But these criminals are, and they're hell-bent on destroying everything I own, including what belongs to my nonprofit cat rescue. You see, they actually pulled this away from here, and there was, you can see, this was inside because these blankets are supposed to keep the animals warm. And then you've got the puncture wound, the punctures here. This is typical of them. They use a pick. They use a seam ripper because it's small and they can carry it around with them. But this is what they do. This is how they destroy your belongings. So now this is a huge cat blanket that they destroyed. Now here's a slice. Here's another slice. This I just bought this last year. Actually, online. I had one from New Jersey, and then I purchased another one. They damaged that one. And I'll show you what they did here. Now, these blankets, I can't even find them anymore because the woman that made them by hand, I'm not even sure if she's alive anymore. I purchased them on eBay a couple of years ago, and I can prove that these are deliberately damaged because I purchased one for a friend of mine at the same time, and she had 2 dogs, and she sent me a photo of hers. It looks brand new. And these look brand new just until about 6 months ago. And then what the criminals do is they like to shave things. So this was extremely plush blanket, handmade Sherpa. And they shaved all of this off. You can see it's all missing. It's irreplaceable because I don't think the woman is alive anymore. And this was handmade. Handmade, and they destroyed it. And you see here, they completely shaved it. This was all extremely plush and thick, extremely warm. And they destroyed it. And it's not just this one. They did all of them. So that's why when I file my complaint, it will have to include my 501c3 nonprofit cat rescue. Because they're 2 separate entities. And this is an all-out assault on the rescue and our belongings and the things that we purchased for the cats, things that were donated by people like you. And you know, when people donate money, they want to see that it's going to a good cause. They don't want to know that the items are being vandalized. Although if I put up a GoFundMe, which I will be doing eventually, I will provide the evidence that there's an assault on the rescue, that we have envious, jealous people that want to destroy what it is that we created. And here, that's one there, and then here's one here. I'll show you here. Here, look. Look at that. And no, there is no plausible deniability. The cats don't destroy their blankets and belongings and stuff. And again, you know, I have a photo of the one that I purchased for my friend. It looks like it's brand new. She sent it to me because she said, do you remember when you bought me this? Because her dog ended up dying. And I said, oh yeah. I said, you know, I bought them for my cats too. And this is what they do. So anyway, for all you people out there, there are a lot of people that are targeted and they don't realize that they are. They'll start to notice very unusual things in their home, or maybe something's out of place. Items start to deteriorate quickly, and it just kind of baffles the mind. You don't think about it. Nobody thinks that somebody's actually doing it deliberately to them. They think it's happening naturally, but unnaturally. And you can't, it's very hard to wrap your mind around the fact that somebody's doing it deliberately. They're using energy weapons, and something like this, they're using, here, I'm going to show you a little bit more here. You see this? Have you ever seen anything like this? And this is just unbelievable. Somebody told me that they do this deliberately to make you feel less confident. That when they destroy your clothes, they want you to feel less confident. It doesn't make me feel less confident. I don't feel less confident because they're destroying my clothes. I just know that they're asset stripping me. I feel bad for my animals. I feel bad for me that I have to go through this. Feel bad for you guys that you have to undergo this absolute despicable program. Oh, and this is in the name of national security? The national security risks are these criminals. People that go into your home, that damage your belongings, poison your food, trespass. I mean, this is just off the charts, unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit more here, what they did to this blanket. And the reason, it's dark. It's dark now. I don't have a lot of light. I don't keep a lot of light on in my house. And you could see here, this is what they did. If this happens to you, please leave a comment down below. Do they destroy your animal beds, blankets, your animal blankets, belongings? I had well, not just one, because I've had so many cats, but I ended up purchasing these really nice plush cat beds when I lived in New Jersey. They were $5 a piece at Five Below, and I brought them here to Kentucky. Now, I had them in New Jersey for a long time, and what I would do with them is I would just cover them with a pillowcase, and the cats loved them because they were nice and soft and cushy. Well, here, what the criminals did is they pulled out all the stuffing from underneath, so it's basically a flat bed. And then when I purchased pillowcases for them here, and people have even donated, what they do is they scratch, not the cats, they scratch all the pillowcases. It's so unnatural. It's so obvious that it's being done to it. But if this happens to you, if this has happened to any of your pet belongings, please leave a comment down below. And somebody reached out to me. I don't remember now if it was via email or a comment that was made on one of my videos that the YouTube creator, Jeff, the American Guinea Pig Cash Cow, has not posted a video in 3 months. So, I mean, if anybody knows him personally, 3 months is a long time. I mean, I know the last time I saw one of his videos, he mentioned that he was having some difficulty with the Wi-Fi, and, he's RVing around, so he doesn't always, get a signal wherever it is that he's parking. But I can't imagine that he would be living somewhere for that long and not be able to find a hookup and, upload a video. So if anybody has any feedback, just to make sure that, all the targeted people are okay and safe. And again, for anybody who didn't see my video, I don't know, a couple of videos ago, Karen, a Goodness 8, who was Baker acted a few weeks ago after she'd had a total car collision, where she totaled her car. Actually, it was the third auto accident, I think, in 1 year, so it was all set up. She was able to go home, and I don't know what happened, but she's back in the medical hospital, and I did speak to her a couple of days ago, and she sounded really bad, and I think it has to do with the medication. When I was speaking to her, she sounded really off and doozy, very doozy, very lightheaded, and she couldn't talk long. She said she felt like she was nauseous. And I think that's the result of the pain meds that she's on, or it could be something else. And I did not have time, and she could not speak on the phone to find out why she ended up in the hospital. It's very suspicious because she sounded perfectly fine when she went home. And the reason it sounds suspicious is because I hadn't spoken to her in about 10 days. I had emailed her, I guess, on the 7th, heard back from her. And then I get a phone call from a police officer in Boise, Idaho. And he said, you're a contact for, so and so. I said, yes. He said, well, have you spoken to her recently? So I checked my mail. I said, around the 7th. I said, why? And he says, because the neighbors, and you've got to leave a comment down below on this if you've ever heard this happen before, if this has happened to you. The neighbors said that they haven't seen her in a few days, and the neighbors were concerned. Now, I know for a fact she's not really friendly with her neighbors, although she's been living there for a while. Her neighbors are perps. I think she does have one decent neighbor. So the officer said the neighbors haven't seen her in a while. And I said, well, she had an auto accident. She no longer has a vehicle. So that could be why they're not seeing her. And also because she doesn't have a car and she's had an auto accident, she's probably not going to go out, for a walk or whatever. And then he says, well, have you called her? Because we called her. And the phone goes straight to voicemail. So I said, no, I actually haven't called her, but I will. Well, that's exactly what happened. It went straight to voicemail. That was very alarming. So then I sent her an email, Karen, just checking in to see that you're okay. And shortly after I sent that email, and this is really bizarre, I get a phone call from a sergeant from that police department that we found her. I said, that's good to know. I said, where is she? And he actually gave me the name and address. No, the name. He gave me the name of the facility, and then he actually texted me the link to their website. So anyway, the whole thing was a little bit bizarre, very disconcerting. I have no idea why she ended up back in the hospital. I have to give her a call and find out. It's very bizarre and unusual that she would not be even calling. So she's got to be in a really bad way. And she does have her own room. Not only does she have her cell phone with her, which obviously is not charged because it goes straight to voicemail, but she has a phone in her room. So I know that when she was in the hospital before and then she was Baker acted, she called like every day. So I'm just very concerned. So please send some prayers her way. I'm going to see if I can give a call over there over the weekend, see if I can find out any more information. But I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I was actually put to sleep by the criminals probably around 11 o'clock. And I usually know because I wake up like totally groggy. My eyes were hurting because they're radiating my eyes. And then when I check my security cameras, of course, there's a criminal. That's what I call them. Some people, everybody calls them perps. You just call them criminals. There was a criminal driving down the county road at approximately the same time that I was knocked out. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I do have another testimony to record. The testimony that disappeared. This is another thing. I had a testimony to read today. It totally disappeared. Not only did the testimony disappear, but the contact information that I added to my contact list disappeared. And I don't know if you guys have Google email addresses. When you add your contacts, it keeps track of the emails that are sent between you and that contact. So even when I re-added the contact, there were no emails associated with that email address. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I hope everybody's doing well. Leave a comment down below. Share if you feel inclined to do so. And remember to hit the thumbs up. We've got some criminals downvoting my videos. The one about the guineas was downvoted to 66%. Oh yeah, we can't make this up, 66%. I mean, who would downvote that cute little video About little guineas chirping to 66%. These losers, they don't want anybody to see it.